Hello, hello, kind sir. Fancy seeing you here. So, I have a few questions for you. I'd quite like it if you were to extrapolate upon them. I don't know if that's the right word. I actually don't know.
No one's going to hear this bit anyway.
Okay, that's fine. So the album...
Are you afraid? What is it you fear? The end of your trivial existence. When the history of my glory is written, your species shall...
Yeah? See how this sounds in context. Yeah,
man.
There is nothing there, so...
She's become the perfect daughter. Marietta Little Love.
I've just packed. I'm sitting on my drive. Yeah, so about to make our way down to Bath. Got about 3 hours. Probably need to stop somewhere on the way to get some food, but I should be all good for now. So yeah, looking forward to this week. Something a bit different. Filming this, doing this kind of filming thing is different as well. So for me in general, got a good few days. First day, just me setting up, my manager John coming down just to drop off some bits. Got Wednesday to myself. George on the Thursday, Reebs on the Friday, coming down, just do some writing. But yeah, looking forward to it. Got my whole studio packed up basically in the back of my car. I can feel the weight in the boot of my computer and stuff. So that's Bath. I don't know what to say. It's hot, it's sweaty. I need to take this hoodie off. I'm gonna die. But yeah, let's get going. This is album 4, as opposed to the previous 3 albums kind of being like a linked trilogy where they're all together. This is starting afresh. It's going to be called... And that's because with Claire, the last album, I started to I worked out that torontoisbroken should be this metal and drum and bass crossover. And now when people think of me, they don't just think another drum and bass producer. They think, oh, metal and drum and bass. And it kind of creates an identity of what people can expect. And now this is taking that whole metal side and pushing it as far as it can go. So basically, let's see where we can take it. We're struggling because we've got no internet, but I think we are set up besides the internet. This is where I'll be for the next 5 days.
How are you going to survive?
Yeah, without no internet.
John, what did you have to do to survive before the internet? From that time?
We made our own fun, but I can't tell you what that was.
Because there's a child around.
If I did, I'd have to kill it. Top secret. Top secret.
Do you want to have a look round though? It's pretty cool.
was a marketing technique that failed miserably, using my face as the face of Locustopia. It didn't work out. But that's my most successful gig to date. But other than that, this is my next most exciting collaborative endeavour. Please don't tell anyone about the Locusts.
So one thing I really thought about when we released the last album is, especially because we were branching out into metal, which is a different scene, so in electronic music it's very common to have a different featured vocalist or whatever, featured artist on each track, and then obviously the vocals are different, but we come to expect that because that's how it is, because it's more about the producer at that point. Whilst the metal, they're more obviously focused on the band, and the band has consistency of its members, and more particularly the vocalist. And the vocalist, I suppose, is guiding the listener through the album, telling the story. I think that's something that was lacking from the last album. So me and Sabotage, we do all our shows together. We've done loads of stuff, like we've done Circle, some tracks we've done that we've already started playing out from this album. Like, and I've had Reeves in as well. I've been working on loads of the more melodic stuff, but also being able to do the screaming as well, because Seb isn't quite there yet. With each track me and Seb do, he does get closer and closer to the screaming and heavier, and he pretty much screams when we're live anyway, so it's just a matter of time before we get him doing a metal breakdown growl. But yeah, I think quite positive. I think just kind of having a more consistency in voice, I think will be something that will really help and be different about this album. I think it's why certain acts such as like Coven, the Katie and Max combo, and having Katie at the front guiding the listener works really well. But like as the hearing.
Yeah, there's that.
So I've got a gift for you.
Yeah, there was another bit, and I swear there's like manic laughing in it though.
We also need to think of a vocal for this.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then 8 bars into it, then the main vocal. You've hit a euphoric state.
Yeah.
You're pretty much on like some big old trip or whatever,
Yeah.
because of all like the rush you're getting from everything. But really, at the end of the day, you're not that important.
Yeah.
That's basically what it means. Like
It's almost like
yeah, you think you're the dog's bollocks right now, but really,
it's almost like you're not.
like you're
don't
worthless. You're worthless because of what you've done.
Worthless word.
Yeah.
Oh my god, in Picture, he's like, let's brew this thing. And then like slams down on it, and it goes like, everywhere.
Who is it that says that?
Cheers.
Oh. No fucking turkey!
You
fucking
idiot, Joe, you cretin!
It's not very
It's like,
Christmassy
this is
of you.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm going to be bouncing off the wall again.
So you've seen all the monster
I'm
there
going
as
to get
well.
pulled over on the way to Cornwall. They're going to look at my pupils and be like, something like that. Coffee, man!
It's there for me to make sure you're paying attention.
Oh my god! That's such a teacherish thing.
I don't have eyes in the back of my head. It's just CCTV in my classroom. There we go. I did have CCTV. Oh my god, there were so many funny things that I've watched back on my CCTV camera from my classroom.
No way.
Like just kids just falling off chairs.
That's
and
awesome.
stuff.
What? I've got bloody eyes in the back of my head. And I was like, oh shit, no, you obviously don't. But then they can
No, you
still,
ain't.
they can still see what you're doing. I'm like, how have they got eyes in the back of their? They got bloody eyes in the back of their heads.
This one's been like slower, kind of. Yeah, I basically just said to her it would be easier if I'd prefer someone to do the management and the directing and being able to like work out what harmony layers and stuff, because he came up with extra idea of harmony layers for as well, which are basically doing what the chords are doing.
Okay, cool.
Those new chords that we added, so we can break down those chords per note, and then you just sing that note as you're going through the harmony. So it's
Do you know what? That's actually kind of what if I remember, that's what we did.
Or
Yeah.
what could be weird, we could just record more takes so they're different, and then melodyne them to retune them to follow that. I don't know.
That's what I've done in some of my stuff.
So you record a normal take and then
I
re-pitch
new tone it. Yeah, what?
Yeah, there's.
But then I kind of don't feel like I've done any work. I need to justify my presence. But that is sick.
I like how this one opens with just your breath.
Yeah, I like it.
Thomas, din bär. Det är klick där. Jag tror han slår dig igen.
Fuldkommen fatsværet, hva'? Man holder sin kæft.
Men han får lov til.
So basically, the track we're working on at the minute is called and it's based after on this film, which is called Breeder, Danish film about farming women.
Wholesome, quaint film.
So we thought we're just watching it at the minute. But yeah, we thought we'd watch it to get a vibe. We've got some ideas for it. Been thinking of some cool visual ideas to go with it.
Exactly, it's just good to enhance the imagery in one's mind.
This album is definitely the darkest and the most aggressive and grittiest, and I think just shocking sounding. I think the idea is I kind of want to make people feel uncomfortable. That's why I've gone. The whole album is inspired by horror films, but like of the extreme nature. So like the band film, like the Video Nasties, and like extreme art films and stuff like that, and violent, euphoric. And as a result of that, there's big come downs as well. So but yeah, it's definitely the darkest and most aggressive album so far, and make people feel uncomfortable, which maybe isn't a good thing to keep them listening. But also it's the narrative isn't so obvious in this one. It's not so tightly fit to the narratives like particularly the first two albums were. Do you want to click on?
Yeah, you can try it. It's that low vocal I need to kind of practice. That wait. Hello. Oh, no way. Oh, what is it? Oh, thank you. It's so nice. They're going to be like, what the fuck? It's like a little cameo appearance for like SpongeBob SquarePants. Like,
Fucking let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Do you want? We'll take the click off.
yeah, okay.
Okay. I did a double with that as well. Did you? Did you? Yeah. I wonder if you could hear it now. We just. Yeah, we could do both in one take.
If you want.
Yeah. I know you says breed, and you can't necessarily work out if it's breed or
you can't
breed.
discern when it's like.
But I think if you do it in one motion, it makes it feel a bit more together.
Yeah.
So I'll delete these. so stupid. Right, I'm just gonna hit record and just fucking.
Thank you. Now it's time for you to fucking bleed. Sorry, my timing. My timing.
So
People are gonna be like, she's got real issues. I love that. I love it. It's like schizo as fuck. I'm really quite concerned about what the Airbnb hosts are thinking of.
No, this sounds good. I'll keep on checking with him. Are you sure you can't hear anything besides me? It's fine. Obviously, I think fucking should have a mono double where we just do one double and I artificially.
Okay, cool.
Can't believe. I think fucking should be.
I do believe fucking. Yeah.
I tell you what. Do you want me to just play it on loop? I'm gonna go smoke.
To lose in my head, oh, I wish I could make them be born and I'm bred just to get my thing right! Are there any other questions that you can think of that I have not been imaginative enough to think of?
No.
No,
This is a wrap.
I think it's safe to say this is a wrap.
This is a wrap.
This is a wrap.
This first.
Duct tape and throw it in the river.
Is this the first chapter done?
This is the first chapter done.